Eskimo Poodle, and we're back at Let's Play Dark Souls 2, Skull the First Sin, and it's on PlayStation 4. Last time we went a little further into the Forest of the Fallen Giants, and I do mean a little further. We basically made it like 20 feet. And then we, actually, no, we made it pretty good. We got the bottom area, then we got the Pharaoh's Lockstone area. But either way, we came back here to town after we opened up got the key to open up the house. We opened up the house, we got ourselves an Estus Flask shard, which I forgot to turn in. And also I realized we never checked out the item description, because why not? The shard of an Estus Flask. Shards are deeply soaked in Estus. Graft the shard to an Estus Flask to increase flask uses. Over the ages, countless souls rested their bones as they drank from the original flask. And now the shard remains, serving as a vestige of their hopes and dreams. I think timeline-wise, this game takes place like thousands of years after Dark Souls 1, I think. I don't remember exactly.
Is that a shard you found? Here to see. However...
And there we go. Now we have 4 flasks, which is fantastic because that means we have more healing. How is our... We still got 4 effigies. I don't think we're going to be dying too much more, so I'm going to repop this effigy. And let's get started here. I was tempted to go do the tutorial area stuff, but again, I think there might be a torch behind the guy that is behind the fog wall. I mean, if you light the torch, it's going to stay lit forever, pretty much. But I'd rather just get it all done, you know, at the same time. Okay, I want you guys to like try locking on to stuff that I care about. There you go. Oh, I forgot to mention last episode, we started talking about what happens if you kill somebody. You don't want to kill an NPC that you want to buy stuff off of. And you particularly don't want to kill the Emerald Herald, because if you kill somebody in this game, you can still actually interact with them. However, in order to interact with them, you have to pay a fee. Like, you have to pay a certain amount of souls to interact with them every time you want to interact with them, and it can get expensive. That goes the same for the Emerald Herald. If you accidentally kill her, you have to pay a hefty amount in order to talk to her in order to level up. So try your best not to kill merchants, because yeah, you can talk to them again, but it'll be very, very expensive. And I'm just going to very, very not recommend it. I don't think you dropped anything, so I'm not going to go up there to get your... Yeah, we might as well. We'll get the experience out of it. That was less than great, but you know, we'll survive. I was hoping you were going to hit the barrel, you know, like a jackass. There you go, that's the good stuff. Some of the enemies you can hit when they're getting up from being knocked down, and some of them are seemingly more resistant for some reason. I'm not sure why. Alright, you die because you have the shield. And then you guys... Ah! Okay, these guys are a bit of a pain in the ass. But for the most part, we'll survive. Ah. I thought you were dead. You were not. There you go. You... Oh, you're from downstairs. Like, way downstairs. Go away. I don't got time for you. Alright, all these guys are dead. We don't have to deal with them anymore. Not quite full health from the life gem there, but we'll survive. Alright, let's go ahead and make progress now. If you don't have the cat's ring, that will do a tiny amount of fall damage, so be careful. Again, Let's just stand right here and... I didn't hit him. If it hits him, great. If it doesn't hit him, well, less great. Oh wait. Okay, you are getting real froggy with that shield, my dude. It takes so long to reach your Estus in this game, it's the worst. Okay, who the fuck is texting me? Go away! Alright, armor that I don't care about. And if you wanted to, you go down and kill the guys in the room down there for a few more souls. I'm not terribly concerned about it. We can talk to this guy, actually. Yeah, let's do that.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself. Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed. I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside. I'll leave this one.
So this is Pete. If you talk to him, he'll usually give you like little bits of advice about traps coming up. Patches is actually not in this game. He's not in Dark Souls 2. I think it's like the only Souls game that he doesn't show up in. He shows up in Bloodborne. He shows up in Dark Souls, Demon Souls. So yeah, this is like the only one that he doesn't show up in. Some people consider Pate to be kind of like Patches because, you know, he shows up and then a trap happens. But this guy always tells you about the trap, whereas Patches, you know, is the one pushing you in. So, yeah, he does. Some people think he's kind of shady, but frankly, I've never had a problem with the guy. There's like one time that he does something kind of shady later, but I'm not even worried about it. So, okay. Alright, anyways, over here, you want to be careful. Isn't there supposed to be like barrels over here? There's supposed to be like barrels over here. I don't know where they went. Oh, the ballistas hit him, I think. Cool. Forgot about that. Alright, so these guys, they're going to try to attack you. And apparently we have just enough arrows to not kill them. Because we're out of arrows now, I think. Yeah, we don't have any arrows at all. Okay. So, oh well. We'll survive. Grab the winged spear, which is still a nice spear weapon. Their power stance moveset is basically just poking. Kind of like the rapiers. We'll go through here in a little bit. This will actually lead us to a lot of good stuff, actually. But I want to go this way first. Yeah, the spear is still pretty good. I tried power stancing 2 winged spears, and it drains my stamina like super fast. And I think I had like 20 points into the stamina stat, and a ring to give me a little extra stamina. So I think I had like 135 stamina, and it drained my stamina in like 2 swipes pretty much. Dude, you guys stop flailing around from behind. I'm trying to hit you guys. Oh, I'm not power stancing, that's why. Yeah, that guy on the left flails around and hits you from behind, and, well, it's not great. Oh well. Now, if we examine the tree, Nothing happened. Okay, fair enough. And large soul of the lost undead. Fantastic. So let's back up and see if we can't get a look at the tree here. That is a weird tree, huh? It's got a hole in its face. It kind of looks like a corpse. Yeah, so this is actually not a tree. This is... well, it is a tree, but it didn't start off as a tree. It started off as a race of people called the Giants. And a lot of the Dark Souls 2 story involves, war on the Giants. So... sometimes you'll see those trees. Sometimes you'll get something out of it, like a Seed of Giants, or Seed of Tree of Giants, which is the item that makes it so that you will... it's the item that makes it so that enemies will attack invaders. Sometimes you don't get anything out of it, though. But if you do, great. Can we get over here? I think we can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And we can also get over there, too. We'll go over there momentarily. But let's go over here first. I think, like, right over one of these. Isn't it right here? No. It might be a slightly different spot. I thought one of these was the first hidden wall. Yeah, I think it's a little further along. Light ahead. Oh yeah, okay, this is something that's actually kind of neat about Dark Souls 2. Let's see. Right here, maybe? Yeah, okay, there we go. Our first actual hidden wall, yay. And we open it up and we get a treasure chest. I don't think this one has anything terribly great in it. Sorcerer's Staff, Amber's Herb, so if you want to be a sorcerer, go for it. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's also not the best thing ever. So, these enemies right here, if you fell into that trap from earlier, that Pate was talking about, these will be some of the enemies that will, actually most of the enemies actually, that will ambush you in that courtyard down below. And like all 5 of these guys, or however many there were, will just come barreling out and attack you. And the gate will be closed, and you can't do anything about it. So, yeah. Rear. Nice job. Yeah, so you come down in here. As soon as you get right about here, it just closes automatically. It doesn't matter what direction you show up from, it just closes. Let's see, there's nothing else in here. So we just basically went around the safe path right there. And then I figured the safe path is the better path. So, yeah. Yeah, if you want to be a sorcerer, go for it. I mean, the spells are pretty good for the most part. There's a couple new spells that are fun to try out. It's not quite as easy mode as Dark Souls 1, I would say. I definitely ended up doing more melee on this sorcerer than I did on the other character. But at the same time, you have plenty of options for how you want to make your weapon and do magic damage and whatnot, so it was nice.
Well, I see you managed to escape. I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself. Oh, but you should take this.
White sign
It allows
soapstone.
undead to call out for help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand. Well, I see you, Matt. I hope that...
Okay, that's all he has to say right there. That right there, the white sign soapstone, is basically the bigger version of the small white sign soapstone. And it basically means, instead of being summoned as a shade, where you're only around for killing a certain amount of enemies or a certain amount of time or something like that, you're around until you beat the boss. So, there you go. That's the primary difference. So, do that little tiny little quest right there and you get a good item out of it. So there we go. Light crossbow, which I basically have no use for. Do I even have any crossbow bolts? I do, actually. So I could actually use that to take care of the idiots over in the doorway over there. Wherever they are. They're down here, I think. But we're going to get to them, like, right now anyways. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Here, you know what? Let's see if I can... If I can hit you with the crossbow, I will kill you. And this will be like the only use of the crossbow we get throughout the entire game. So... There you go. Can I hit you with it or no? I think the crossbow is like slightly improved in this version of the game compared to other versions, but it's still, you know, a pain in the ass, and you can't like manually aim. I think you might be able to use the binocular trick, but frankly, I usually have more arrows, and I'm not terribly worried about it. So, oh well. There's that guy right there. Right here, something pretty neat. So, you see this little shadow being cast by the torch. You attack. And look, there's a little invisible dude. And whenever you see those little invisible dudes with the shadows right there, attack them, and you'll get some kind of smooth and silky item to give to the crows. Sometimes it's the small, sometimes it's the medium, sometimes it's the bigger one. I don't think you ever get like the... I don't think you ever end up getting like the petrified or anything like that, but oh well. And you know what? Just so I don't have to deal with you, we are going to kill you with a crossbow, because yeah, I'm probably not going to hit this jump, so I want to make sure. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and try to get this jump here, which I am bound to miss. Oh, I actually got it on my first try. Here we go. Soul of an Aimless Soldier and another torch. Fantastic. More soul consumables. And we got an item right here. Hey, I forgot you existed. You bastard. Ah, he parried me. There you go. Die. I forgot he was there. I am not going to lie. Mailbreaker and Infantry Helm. The Mailbreaker is a rapier. Isn't that the one we could buy already? We could buy the S-Stock and the rapier. Let's see. Mailbreaker is an average. Yeah, I don't think it says... Yeah, I think the rapier that you can buy is basically the best rapier you can buy. And same thing with like the falchions. There is a boss curved sword that we can get that's actually really good. The problem is the amount of upgrades we need to actually be able to use it. So, because the way boss upgrades and special upgrades work in this game is they go up to +5 instead of +10. The first tier costs 1 of the special upgrade stone that uses to upgrade it. The second one costs 2. The third upgrade costs 3. The fourth costs 4, and the fifth costs 5. So for those of those counting along, that is 15 upgrade items to upgrade a special weapon. And those weapons or those items are not terribly easy to find throughout the game. I think you only find like 20 or so throughout the game. So you like find one and you stick with it. Now there are three different types of upgrade materials. We got the regular Titanite, we got Twinkling Titanite, and the other one is like Petrified Dragon Bone or something like that. I think I think Petrified Dragon Bone, and generally speaking, the Dragon Bone one is the one that'll upgrade like boss weapons, whereas Twinkling Titanite will upgrade special weapons that we may or may not find out in the world, and then regular Titanite will upgrade the regular stuff that we find. So, yeah. Alright, we're done with you. Let's go through here. Yeah, I think that door is locked, if I remember correctly. you guys. Do I have any... Not on me. Yeah, this guy is extremely gung-ho about coming and dying, huh? Okay, bye. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, I don't know why that guy decided to come after us from, 30 doors away. But yeah, that door will lead to the boss eventually. So, keep that... Or, the second boss, actually. The second boss being the guy that we already fought. His name, by the way, in case we didn't mention it, is the Pursuer. We'll find out why he's called the Pursuer shortly. That's for damn sure. There's definitely a reason that he is called the Pursuer, and not like the stay-at-homer. Hollow Soldier Helm. Great. Let's see. There is a turtle over here. He is waiting for you to mess up. This guy is also waiting for you to mess up. If I can get you to come after me, that'd be great. I'd rather take on one at a time since I'm not blocking anything here. Wah! Fuck, I got stun locked there. Move, guy. Jeez, you fucking sit down on the ground for years trying to get up here. It's ridiculous. Come on. You gonna come up and join me or no? He's like stuck on the stairs and I'm not sure why. There we go. Pop your life gem as he falls down. There you go. A real bastard combination right there, so just be careful. Let's see here. Now, up here on that sword, that's another pain in the ass. Amber herb. Neat. How's our weapon durability? 16 and 26. Yeah, our main weapon is slightly taking more because of the way that we are attacking. So let's go ahead and switch the one with the better durability to the main spot for now, and then switch over the other one to the other spot. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put on the winged spear here, and this might help us with this spot coming up. Because when we get up here, actually, you know what? We should be fine. We got a halberd, great, and then we got these guys coming after us. They're not like the most dangerous enemies, but there are like 4 of them, and you can 100% fall off this stupid sword. So yeah, be careful. All right, and then you be careful with blocking with your shield against those guys, because in this game that I've noticed, when you block, you are pushed back ever so slightly. And if you're not careful, you might get pushed back into, like, oh, I don't know, a pool of lava. That totally didn't happen to me in a later level, where there's a pool of lava that you can be pushed back into. 100% did not happen to me. It just totally happened to me, and it sucked. So yeah, be careful about blocking on there, and basically just go on the offensive. I mean, you might not get knocked off the ledge, but at the same time, you might. So, yeah. Alright. So, you... Goodbye. And I think right here is... Yeah, the large leather shield and a life gem. Honestly, the large leather shield is not that bad, I think. Yeah, 90 defense. It's a little heavier than the other shields. So, slightly better than the blue wooden shield, but, you know... It's not the worst. It's not the best. It's there if you need it. I'm trying to remember if lighting all the torches in this forest does anything, and I don't think it does, so I'm not going to bother. Okay, we haven't died, so we should be good. Let's see. Fire arrows. Great. And then right here, this should get us back to the bonfire. Fantastic. This guy's going to be right here, and I want to deal with him. You, where's he at? I know you're coming. There you go. Alright, that guy is there. You know what? Let's go ahead and rest up, because we might as well have full health and stuff like that. It's not a huge deal, because this area coming up isn't like the most dangerous, or the boss coming up isn't like the most dangerous thing ever. But it is nice just to, you know, be at full health for, you know, reasons. I'm kind of surprised we haven't got invaded or anything like that, because in Dark Souls 2 you can be invaded at pretty much any time. Like, you don't have to be human or anything like that to be invaded. You can be invaded when you're hollow at 50% of your maximum health because you died like a scrub. So I'm kind of surprised we haven't been invaded. It would be very in character. Then again, I'm not sure how active the servers are. We are online since we're seeing messages and stuff. Unlike, you know, the PC version where, you know, the online hasn't worked for like 3 months now. Thanks, FromSoft. I get it, you're busy working on Elden Ring, but there are still people that want to play your other games in the series, you bastards. Okay, so right over here, you want to be careful because on the left, there's a gung-ho knight here. I forget what these guys are called. I think they're just called, like, Dranglaic Knights or something like that. Okay, cool. And over here we got a summon sign for Mild-Mannered Pate, if we want to summon him, and a summon sign for Sellsword Luette. You know, we're going to go ahead and... I know for Pate, if you summon him, like, once or twice, he gives you all of his equipment and his spear, which is real nice. Sellsword Luette, I think he's unique to the Scholar of the First Sin Edition, and you'll notice he is dual wielding. I don't know if he's power stancing, but he is dual wielding great swords. He also has I think he has a ring on that makes it so that he draws aggro from the enemy, which is really cool. So I'm gonna ignore him since I don't think we need him, but I will summon Pate. He won't be like a massive help, he'll be a small distraction, but at the same time he will make the boss slightly more difficult by giving the boss slightly more health. So I think this is a nice little compromise. If I see player summons, I might try to summon them every once in a while just to have some fun. But yeah, with Dark Souls 2, several of the NPCs, in order to complete their quest lines, you need to summon them for bosses and have them survive the boss fight. And this guy is the last giant. Does he look familiar? He should look exactly like that tree we saw outside, except for, you know, being alive and not having roots growing on him. But yeah, this is a giant, and basically, I think like the king of this land invaded the giants, and the giants took that personally, and they came over and tried to kill us, and we killed them all. Yeah, the giants just don't like us. There's a good reason for it, obviously, but yeah, giants aren't big fans of anybody. Now, I think at about 50% health, he's going to do something. So, yeah, he rips off his own arm, he uses the club, so he has more range. Now, even if you're fighting him by himself, he's not going to cause too many problems. He's super weak. He might get lucky and clobber me with his arms as he has more range and kill me, but I think we're fine if we ever get out of the Estus drinking animation. Yeah, Pate's not doing a whole lot of damage, but because he's here, the boss does have more health, so there's that. Yeah, Peyton just made it slightly more difficult for slightly more health of the boss. But yeah, there we go. We got the Soul of the Last Giant, and we got the Soldier Key, which lets us unlock a bunch of doors now. So that is very nice. Got some decent souls out of it. Now, he dropped his soul, which we can turn into a boss weapon if we wanted to. However, the Soul of the Last Giant turns into a axe that requires, like, I think, like 46 strength to use. It's something stupid like that. Let's see. Mr. Where you at there? Big hammer. Trying to find it. Yeah, it drops like it turns into like a big ass axe that I can't see. Here it is, I think. Okay, yeah, so it'll turn into the Giant Stone Axe, which requires 45 strength and 8 dexterity to wield, and weight 25 pounds. 2.5, not 2.5, 25. Yeah, this thing is stupid heavy. On the plus side, it has, when fully upgraded to plus 5, 400 attack power and A scaling in strength. So if you really want the biggest, beefiest frickin' axe you can find, this might not be it, but it's probably pretty frickin' close. So yeah, I'm probably not going to bother. So I'm just going to munch it. Soul of the surviving giant who was bound below the forest of the giants. The Lord of the Giants, who had brought rack and ruin to the entire kingdom, was said to have been felled by an unknown warrior. His beaten and broken remains were then dragged beneath the stronghold where he was sealed away. Use a special soul of the last giant to acquire numerous souls, or to create something of great worth. Yeah, so they just dragged him down here. They beat him up and they dragged him down here because fuck the giants, I guess. Yeah, the giants were basically minding their own business when the king came and invaded their land, and they came to get revenge, and everyone was like, yeah, fuck you, man, we don't like you because our king said we don't like you. This door we can't open anytime soon, so just ignore it. Let's go upstairs. And there are 3 doors that I remember off the top of my head that we can unlock. There might be more, but I know for a fact there are 3. The first one is right over this way. Actually, the second one is right down here, actually. So... go, you're dead, and you're just a body. Alright, so over here, use our soldier key, go through here, and there's a treasure chest waiting for us. Ring of Restoration and 3 torches. The Ring of Restoration is great. It recovers 3 health per second. Or, I'm sorry, 2 health per second, I think. It's 2 or 3. I think it's 2, but it restores that amount of health per second, and that's it. There's no upgraded version. I think it weighs like 0.5 pounds or something like that, so it's usually worth to put on if you need a couple more health. Yeah, 1 pound. It doesn't even weigh that much. So you put that on if you need some. Let's say you finish clearing an area, you're down to like 50% health. You're like, oh, I gotta go pee. Go put that ring on real fast, go pee, come back. You'll be pretty damn good on your health because it's a pretty decent little effect. Right through here, you don't have to do this right now, and it's probably a better idea to not do it right now because you can be kind of tough. But there's a chest right here, and that giant right there. You're going to grab the item there? Amber herbs, nice. This guy right here, if you don't bother him, he won't bother you. If you get too close to him in his door that he's guarding, he'll bother you. He has lots of health. We can kill him, and he won't respawn. I think if you get far enough away, he'll back off. go. And there we go. He's dead, and he dropped Monastery Charm. That recovers a little bit of health, and I think it also recovers poison, I think. Let's see, that would be... You're the rusted coal. Here we are. Cures poison and recovers health. So, not bad, not bad. It's like a mildly gimped version of the Divine Blessing. There we go. We got a bit of souls out of him, and if we go over here, produce the symbol of the king. We're not going to get the symbol of the king anytime soon, so we're going to ignore that. And we're going to go open the other door real fast. Now this part is also kind of dangerous, so you want to be careful about it, especially if you have a lot of souls like I do. I'm tempted to go back to town and spend them. That's actually a good idea, because, again, I don't want to lose my souls here. Let's go ahead and pop our last giant soul. Yeah, this door right here, that's the door I want to go for. You could use the last giant soul for, you know, the weapon, but it's just not a weapon that I'm terribly concerned about using, especially since it weighs 25 pounds. In this game, a lot of weapons will weigh a pretty hefty amount of weight, so just bear in mind that. I think some of the weapons from Dark Souls 1 are heavier, actually. I don't remember which ones, but there's definitely some. Yeah, let's buy these real fast, just to have them. There we go. I'll probably never use these amber herbs, but just to have them, there we go. These right here, these bright herbs, or bright bugs, they're just a little buff. Actually, I don't know how much they actually... let's see... Let's see, bright bug, bright bug. Okay, so a 20% increase in damage done and a 20% decrease in damage taken. And it lasts for 2 minutes, so not bad. So you remember how I said instead of spending my souls on levels, I would buy stuff? I think this is what we're going to do with this giant's souls here. Perfect. Yeah. Now with these bright bugs, she will occasionally refresh her stock of these bright bugs. Ooh, I need this fragrant branch of yore too, don't I? Oh, I really need this actually. I think the bright bugs can wait. Okay, but we want to buy these eventually, because every time you defeat one of the 4 big bosses that we have to go fight, she will restock with 3 more of these, but they'll be more expensive each time. So the first 3, they're going to cost 6,000 each. The next 3 are going to cost 6,000 each, and then 12,000, and then 18, and then 24, and 36, and 48. So they basically go up by increments of like 6 at first, and then 12. So definitely stuff to watch out for. All right, let's grab you. Trying to figure out where the next one of you I could buy is. There's one right there. I think we can get the next one reasonably easy. We'll hold off on using it, but I still wanted to have it, because if we can, there's two that we can use right now without going to any other areas. One is in, Things Betwixt. That'll lead to an area with, I think, an Estus Flash Shard and 2 ogres. and then also a surprise that I want to hold on for a little bit there. And then also we could use it in that path outside Majula that takes us to... it takes us to an area with an NPC outside. We can talk to him, get a little bit of dialogue, summon him for some fights. And then there's an NPC that we can unpetrify. And after doing that, we have access to another area. That area is not that hard, but I don't want to do it yet, so we're going to hold off on it. So, yeah. You know what? That should be... I don't think she moves to Majula yet. I think we have to defeat... Nope, she moved already. Okay, cool. Let's go talk to her in Majula. I don't think she's going to say a whole lot, but she will sell infinite life gems now. So, just the tier 1 life gems. But that's still really good, because you can have a fat stack of life gems, like 99 or some shit like that, and just pop them, as I've been doing for healing, and it's really, really, really nice. Here she is.
Oh, you again? Go on. It's on the cheap for you.
No, it's not. It's the same price, you old bat. But yeah, she has the same stock, except now she has infinite life gems. So that's nice. So, but yeah, eventually I do want to buy these bright bugs. Even if I don't use them all that often, just... might as well have them.
Thanks.
If you do want to use the other the fragrant branch of yore in the other spot that I was talking about, in case you forgot, it's down this path right here, I think. Yeah, you go through here and you run out of stamina. And you go through here. And past that guy with the blue sword. You see those stairs, you go in there, and you unpetrify somebody. If you do that, just you'll be ambushed. So be careful and be ready for a fight. And yeah, it'll lead you to an area, but we'll do that area later. So just make sure you have... for Scholar of the First Sin, there are exactly as many statues as there are fragrant branches of yore. There might be like one extra branch. I'm not sure, but compared to the original Dark Souls 2, from what I understand, there was the same amount of branches and like a grand total of like 7 places to use them, and you got like 18 branches or some shit. So yeah. Either way. Next episode, we'll go through some of the areas we can unlock with our key in Forest of Fallen Giants, and we'll go from there. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.